Yeah, we live, man. Welcome back to Man Down Sports, everybody. We had to get in here before the playoffs start, man. We already had some playing games go down 2 days ago. Good playing games. Lakers got lucky. The Bulls had a good comeback victory. The Hawks blew the Heat out, and the T Wolves. I don't know what they was doing, but the Thunder and Pelicans was good too. We're gonna talk about all that. Then we're gonna talk about some other stuff, man. What's going on with Zion and all that stuff, and what CJ McCollum had to say about him. Ja Morant has a counter lawsuit that's out there for his alleged victim or his accuser. That's very interesting. I'm gonna read to y'all what the counter lawsuit say, man. It's pretty funny. And then we'll go over the playoff picture, man. But where we start first, man. Lake Show.
Might as
Lake,
well get them out the
Lake
way.
Show.
Who played good, man? I mean, because
As much as I hate to say it, Anthony Davis had a great game. They wouldn't have won that game without Anthony Davis
why you hate to say it?
because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it one bit. I didn't believe in it when they finally hit 500 for the first time this season. I didn't believe in it when they secured the playing spot. I still don't believe in them that they're the seventh seed going against Memphis. I just I feel like it's a waste of a playoff spot that somebody else would have had a better matchup against Memphis or Denver if they would end up getting the AC. I feel like the league is just trying to usher LeBron and the Lakers in to
Oh
protect
my
his
God.
legacy.
Here they go with these conspiracy theories.
Protect his legacy, man.
Hey man,
LeBron is the baby face. You got to
I
protect him at
mean,
all
I,
costs.
I I understand what you're saying, but golly, bro, like, wow. I
I
I
mean,
mean,
don't
well,
see it
I
like
mean,
that. I don't
I
see
I
it like that.
mean,
definitely don't see it
I
like
mean,
that.
because if it wasn't a play-in game, they still would have made the playoffs as a seventh seed.
I still don't believe in him as a seven seed. I don't believe him as a playoff team at all.
Okay.
Well, you know they got the best record after the All-Star break. I
I don't
mean,
care.
they really transformed their team after the trade deadline and after the All-Star break, and you can see them play on the court. They're playing better basketball, even though they played that better basketball while LeBron James was injured and AD was leading the pack. I mean, I think he's came back from the injury and kind of blended in well. He didn't stop what they was doing well. They still got Austin Reeves out there handling the ball. They still got Schroeder out there handling the ball. So it's not like LeBron came and changed nothing. He blended in quite well with what they was doing, and they playing really good basketball. Now, it is true that they shooting a hell of a lot of free throws. They get into that line, but it's also true that they go to the hole a lot. Because Anthony Davis is playing more in the paint, and LeBron, of course, is somebody that goes to the hole a lot, man. So I can see them doing some damage, man.
There's not seven teams that are still in the West
It's good, MJ.
that the Lakers can beat in a 7 game series. I thoroughly and truly believe that every other team in the West, the Lakers cannot stand up to in the 7 game series.
Hey,
Denver, Memphis, Phoenix, Golden State. Andrew Wiggins is coming back. Definitely not being able to stay. Sacramento, um, the Clippers. There's no even Oklahoma City gave them work during the regular season. I don't see them standing up to anybody
but we
in a
I
know the
seven game
disagree.
playoffs. We know
series.
the playoffs is a different animal anyway, though.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
but
So what you did in the regular season don't count.
everything starts at zero. However, every other team in the West that's in the playoffs
Hey,
and the last two that's in the
if
play-in
if you
are
see the
still
way they
better than the
playing,
Lakers.
they playing D right now. They playing some serious D right now.
Or is the other are the other teams just playing sloppy offense? There's a
Every
difference.
every every team they playing is playing sloppy offense. You ain't gonna give them no credit for their defense,
No,
Chris.
I'm not. I'm not.
So here's the thing. I actually wanted them to lose that play-in game
And go
because I
against
wanted them
Denver.
to I wanted them to get that 8 seed and go against Denver because I 100% believe they would easily. Well, what I say, I wouldn't say easily. I 100% believe they would beat Denver in 6 games.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
they would
have
beat
it.
Denver in 6 games.
If Lakers got the A seed, I had Denver in the sweep.
Mm-mm.
Nah, ain't no way.
Ain't no
Ain't no
way.
way. What has Denver showed you ever to make you believe that they go be that type of team in the playoffs?
as much as I can't stand Jokic's game, he would put AD in the blender.
Are you serious? Like you have no history that shows that. The only history is that AD embarrasses Jokic every single time. Like it's two players that Jokic have trouble with, and MB is one of them, and AD is the other. He has absolutely nothing for them. Uh, AD is going to go on the perimeter and bring Jokic out, and he go take him to the hole every single time. It's not even fair
It
when they
ain't
match up.
fair.
That's facts. I don't think you've been paying attention to it, Chris. I
Mm-mm.
really don't
I've
think you've been
I've,
paying
I've
attention,
watched
bro.
Chris is just a thorough hater. He just, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? He just,
I
yeah,
explained it
yeah,
to
yeah.
somebody. I don't even hate the Lakers. I hate LeBron.
why you
And
hate
That's
LeBron? What
fair.
LeBron did to you?
I LeBron. So Kobe and Mike adjusted to the defense in the game that was presented to them.
Okay.
LeBron made the game adjust to him. I don't agree with that. When
Explain.
when the when the defenses got better and they got too good for Mike and Kobe, they adjusted it and they still found ways to exploit that. They still found ways to get their shots up. They still found ways to make things happen without crying and screaming for fouls all the time.
Bro,
From
what is
my
LeBron? Like 6'8", damn near 280, some shit,
from
260?
from Miami LeBron to now.
Boy,
So
stop.
that's all of Miami. That's the second stint in Cleveland and the whole stint in LA. LeBron is a flopping machine. And LeBron has gotten to the point now where if he throws his head or tosses, his hand or cries out loud about something, they're gonna call it. I have a video I seen it on Facebook of an and one. Nobody touched him. He just contorted his body away to make the ref call it.
Yeah, yeah. I saw what you're talking about. I understand that too, and that is something that happens more in this era than it did before. But Michael Jordan, like when you're the top guy for the NBA, whether you're Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, or even Iverson when he was on top, you're going to get star calls. So the same calls that we complain about LeBron getting, and that same type of favoritism, Michael Jordan got that favoritism too. Like you
Okay,
couldn't
so
you could barely touch MJ once the NBA decided that this is the guy we're marketing and this is the guy that we want to put the league on his shoulders. You're going to get star calls. So everybody had their chance to get those star calls. LeBron ain't no different from MJ in that sense, or Kobe, right?
so so why does KD not get those star calls?
Because the NBA has never said that he's the guy. It's always been LeBron.
Steph Curry
From,
gets
from
those. Steph Curry
okay,
gets those star calls.
yeah, sometimes though, sometimes, but Steph Curry didn't get it the year that before KD came over there. The year that Steph lost that 3-1 lead to Cleveland Cavaliers, he absolutely did not get those calls in those finals because Kyrie Irving locked him up. Everybody that was guarding Steph locked them up. Every time he tried to run off a screen, they was shoulder bumping them, they was grabbing them, and they allowed it. Right. So it is what it is, man. But like I said, star calls are star calls. Star calls are
Man,
star
y'all
I don't
both
know,
is
man.
amazing to me. I got two conspiracy theories.
calls. It's not conspiracy. It's the way the
Conspiracy
NBA
theories, man.
operates.
Look, bro, it's different eras of basketball. They don't play football like the 1950s. They play. It's a totally different game. Like I don't get it.
Understandable, but now
LeBron
you
is just
can
the
breathe on
best.
somebody.
LeBron is just the best that we've ever seen, man. And I don't understand why we ain't just
We
He
who?
is he is not the
let it
best I've ever
go,
seen.
Wait, who is we, Eric?
bro. LeBron, man. LeBron is what 6'8". I mean 6'8", 280, 260, whatever he is.
Yeah.
You can't stop LeBron, man. If he want to score, he's gonna score.
I mean,
Well,
I seen them get stopped a whole lot. So I mean,
so
that
first
they're
first
not
off,
stopping them is
LeBron
interesting.
ain't LeBron ain't
You might have seen him get stopped as a facilitator. You might have seen him get shut down in the play in the finals or something because everybody was focused on him. But LeBron ain't never
Yeah.
really had no problem just not scoring.
So he got he did have a problem not scoring. I mean,
LeBron didn't have LeBron what?
yeah, he's had problems not scoring, several problems. like a
Nah,
whole
I think, I
whole
think,
6 game series against Dallas.
I think he's passed the ball off when he should have went and took it to the hole.
Kobe and Mike would
Nah,
never.
That's been my big critique of LeBron.
My thing is, LeBron is not even the best player that I've seen with my own eyes. That would be Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is the best player that I've seen.
Because George is the best player you ever seen in your whole life.
Well, I was
Because Kobe's just another MJ.
sure, but I saw Kobe. I
Okay,
didn't get a chance to see Mike. I'm only
exactly.
27, so I got the Walmart version of Mike, which is a pretty decent version, right?
Walmart version. I don't know
Oh,
about
Well,
that. I
yeah.
if
Okay, maybe Target, maybe
yeah,
Target
if
or
Mike is
Macy's.
yeah, if Mike is gold, then Kobe is just a smaller piece of that gold, but
Okay,
he's still gold.
I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah.
LeBron is copper, the fake copper that they put in the
Nah,
new
nah,
pennies.
nah, nah, nah. LeBron silver for sure. Now LeBron gold too. LeBron's gold too. Just a smaller piece.
But
Smaller
to say
piece.
that LeBron is the greatest player that I've
Gold
ever
plated.
seen, no, LeBron is not the greatest player I've ever
No,
seen.
he's not. Even MJ said it, man. In the initials, say it all. MJ said if LeBron, AD, and the rest of the team is healthy, then the Lakers can do work against Denver, but not Phoenix. And I agree with that. I don't think I think those young legs for Phoenix go cause a problem for the Lakers. That's why I said, man, it was almost better for them to get that 8 seed and play Denver, man. I think they match up too well against Denver, and what Denver's best weapon is would get exploited by AD. But that's totally different for the Memphis Grizzlies because their best weapon is their young legs and that shooting and they gritty defense, and that's go wear the Lakers down, man. So I feel worse about them facing Memphis than I would have if they was facing Denver. But nonetheless, man, they played a heck of a game, and they're playing. Man, they should have lost. Freaking T Wolves. They blew that game. Carl Anthony Towns
You
blew it.
can't let AD. What did LeBron get? 30. AD got what, 40, and Schroeder got 21.
They
You
got
better
their
tell him,
numbers.
MJ. You better tell him, man. I like MJ. MJ is good.
Yeah, they got their numbers, man. But the biggest thing is I want to say Anthony Edwards was what, 1 for
No,
14, 2 for
two for
14,
15. I think he
2
was
for
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
15. That's
So I think
horrible.
Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell, they didn't have good games.
Oh yeah, D'Lo
And,
was
and, and and
terrible.
that's and that's
But
see,
but
and that's fine for D'Lo not to have that good game because Schroeder came right in and filled in the gap and had the game that D'Lo could have had, or what D'Lo average is. Schroeder came in and filled the average because I think D'Lo's averaging 18. So if Schroeder gave him 20, then that's perfect. That's what he's there for. But there was no replacement for Edwards' numbers. Edwards didn't get his numbers. He didn't show up. He didn't help his team. He played horrible, man.
So let me ask
but
you a question. Uh, that that foul at the buzzer, was it a foul?
absolutely.
What, AD shooting fouling a 3-point shooter?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, by the rule, yeah. I mean, but it was one of those things that if they
Ain't
didn't
that
want
where
to
he got?
call it,
Did he get it? Ain't that where he got in his face?
Yeah, he did land in the space, but it was like Mike Conley was already leaning away, trying to avoid AD's body to get the shot off anyway. That's why I ended up hitting the side of the backboard. So he was already
right,
sliding off the spot anyway.
right.
AD just ended up getting to the spot where he was at and then kind of just like slid his hip into Mike Conley's and then boom. That was, but you can't end the game on a call like that. And that game almost ended like that. If Mike Conley would have missed that first one, it was over.
Right. And so that call, there was no issues with them calling it. However, um, I would have been okay with a no call there as well because it was after the shot was. I mean, it didn't affect the shot at all. He shot it, and he just didn't give him a real place to land because his foot was right there where his foot was supposed to land.
Mhm.
AD's foot was right there. So I get it. I get calling it, but they could have let it go. They could have let it go. The call that was more worse than that, or the call that was worse than that was the 3 shots they gave Siakam for that foul that they called. But luckily for that, the ball didn't lie, and Siakam missed 2 out of the 3 free throws.
Mm.
so,
Oh,
so
real
that,
quick, shout out to DeMar DeRozan's daughter because she'd had to get kicked out if I was at that game.
hey, I like what she was doing. Hey, she was looking.
There was 36 free throws. She screamed for all of them, and they missed half.
And
That's
she was screaming like a kid getting kidnapped too. So like,
and it was
and
crazy
what?
because I was watching the game, and it would go quiet when the Raptors was shooting free throws, and they was on this side of the court because it was the second half, so they was over here, and his daughter was over here. All of a sudden, you just hear like this shrill squeaking. I'm like, yo, what the
Yeah,
hell is that?
it sounded like Ariel, the mermaid.
And then it was
M-
like, yeah, that's DeMar DeRozan's daughter. She screams for all the free throws, and I was like, damn.
yeah, MJ asking what our playoff picks is. We go get to that, MJ. As soon as we finish talking about the play-in, Zion and Morant, we go get to our playoff picks for sure, for sure.
I do
But
think that
we can go. Yeah, if y'all want to, yeah, we can go to Zion.
we can. I want to talk about some of the games though.
I think the Toronto Chicago was the best one.
Yeah, because
far.
it had Chicago making their comeback. That was down big at the half, and Zach LaVine. I'm gonna be real with you. If I had to pick a play-in, even though we got play-in games tomorrow, we got 2 playing games tomorrow. But if I had to pick an MVP for the play-in games, it's either gonna be Zach LaVine, SGA, or who else would you throw in there? Them the only 2, Zach LaVine and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
No, Josh Giddey.
Over Shea? Man, stop,
No,
man.
like not over Shea, but you said what are your candidates? Those are the candidates.
Those are the 3.
Yeah, Josh Giddey had an amazing game.
I like Zach LaVine.
They
Zach
said that
LaVine was killing.
they said
Zach LaVine was killing.
I
Josh
like
Giddey
Zach
was the
LaVine.
first person since Derrick Rose in their playoff or postseason debut to have 30 and 10 at the age of 20.
Tell whoever put that stat out there that's cap, because the NBA said the play-in games are not the playoffs.
No. I didn't say playoffs. I said postseason.
Oh, nah. They trying to finagle words. It's another P word for that. It's not postseason. It's not playoffs. It's purgatory. It's that in between space. It's not the regular season. It's not the playoffs. It's purgatory in the middle. This is purgatory. None of those stats count. They said none of them count.
Yeah, one of the playing games they were actually talking about it. It was like it's not a regular season game and it's not a playoff game, but it is technically postseason. So they label it a postseason game.
Yeah, because but going to Cancun is the postseason too. Anything that happens after the regular season is postseason. But if the NBA, the NBA, yeah. But the NBA can't come out here and tell us that none of these games or these points or these stats count because it's not the playoffs or the regular season. They can't tell us that and then try to throw out some stats. Oh, this guy's the first to do this and this. But no, this ain't a postseason game. It's not a playoff game. Derrick Rose did it in a playoff game against against the team that won the championship that year. That's significant. Not this play-in BS, man. Don't try to get in no D Rose conversation, man.
I'm just relaying information that I saw that was sports related to the topics that we are speaking of.
Hey,
that's all I do. Don't shoot the messenger.
You didn't believe it when you read it.
Don't shoot the messenger. I be scrolling through Facebook and I see a lot. I follow a lot of sports pages.
Yeah,
I see a lot of things.
Yeah. But nah, that those are my picks for. I mean, I think Zach LaVine. I mean, just the fact that they was down and they needed those points. The way he was getting his points, man, he was getting the 3. He was getting to the rim. I mean, he killed it, man. So I would give it to Zach, man. If I had to pick an MVP.
I think we need to see. I think we need to see the second game though. Like if he does it again against Miami, for sure.
Yeah, he will. Like who go stop him from getting it in Miami?
Jimmy.
Okay, so you put Jimmy on Zach and then DeMar DeRozan go get his. Like that's like the issue with the Heat, even though they coach well and they play good defense. As far as a big defender, all they got on the wing, all they got is Jimmy. Like Tyler Hero's not going to defend at a high level against a bigger guard. Neither is Vince and neither is Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry will try, but I mean, once again, he's a little on the thick side.
Yeah, he on the downside of his career.
Yeah. He might want to go hit change professions and go hit that A gap for a living.
Yeah, yeah. He might. He might go hang out with Zion. him, him and Zion go hang out.
hey, he'll be a beast, but in that backfield for the Miami Dolphins, boy. That's a load coming out of that backfield, boy. That's for sure, man. That's for daggone sure, man. But yeah, I think Miami Heat will have issues with those big guards with the Bulls, man. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine, they're not little guys. They can get that shot off those on those little dudes in Miami. So I think that's gonna be an issue. What's your thoughts on that?
I like DeMar DeRozan, man. I mean, him and Zach LaVine, bro. It's like you can't even like. You got to pick your poison.
Right.
I think. I think Zach LaVine though is more. He can kind of do it all.
Yeah, I like his range on this shot. DeMar DeRozan is that mid-range killer, but Zach LaVine, he'll take it all the way to the 3-point line.
Yeah. He can score a lot of points in a hurry.
Yeah.
I think those two together might be like a great guard forward or guard small forward punch, because DeRozan is the mid range. He can step out maybe if he wants to a little bit further. He can take you inside and get contact. And Zach is more of your three and drive guy. And you can only stop one if you only have one great defender. Like for instance, Miami, they're probably going to throw Jimmy on Zach. That means you're going to be forced to put Kevin Love on DeMar, and that's not going to end
Kevin
well.
Love, they're not going to try Kevin Love on no DeMar. They're not going to do that.
Who they going to put on him then? Max
Who who
Struess?
who? It depends on who they starting. So, I don't think they start Kyle Lowry no more. So it's going. I think they starting.
Hero?
Now they let Kyle Lowry start.
They let him
They
start,
might.
but
Okay, so
his
if
minutes is
it's
short.
if it's Kyle Lowry, then Hero, then Butler, then Adebayo, who's there for? Kevin Love. I
Say
don't
that
know if Kevin
again.
Love start.
You said Lowry, Butler,
Kyle,
Adebayo.
Tyler Hero, Butler, Adebayo, and maybe Love. Or they might start Gabe Vincent at the one instead of Kyle Lowry. I think they starting Gabe Vincent.
Where's Dennis when you need him? Because he'll know.
Right. So, but either way, they dog food. But Love is definitely not gonna be trying to guard one of them wing guys, man. That's not gonna happen. Love's a power forward, daggone near center right now, so he won't be trying to guard him. But I like the Bulls, man. I would like them even more if Lonzo Ball wasn't hurt. If Lonzo Ball was there and they had, think about that lineup: 6'6" point guard, 6'6" shooting guard, 6'7" small forward.
Honestly, if they had Lonzo Ball, they wouldn't be in this playing.
They
They'd have
probably
a
would,
they'd probably beat out Brooklyn.
for sure. I think
And,
so. Yeah,
and they would have that last spot if Lonzo,
yeah,
because Lonzo has evolved from his Lakers time to his Pelicans time to his Bulls time. He's evolved into a much better facilitator, a much better scoring guard than what he was. And so he'll be a good option, or he'll complement the Levine and DeRozan dynamic very well. And then at that point, and then you got Caruso coming off the bench. The rest of these role player guys that they got. At that point, you're at the mercy of them.
yeah.
But I do not see them beating what if they be the AC. That means they're going against Milwaukee. Oh, that's a sweep.
Yeah, got Giannis, man.
It's a beautiful love story until they get to the actual playoffs and got to go see the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't see them. I see the Bucks. I got the Bucks coming out the East though. I got them coming out the East. My only hope, and that's just for my light-skinned brothers, is Boston. But I think Milwaukee might take it.
Yeah. Let's get to this New Orleans Pelicans Thunder. Well, let's actually just get to Zion, man, because the Thunder it looked like at some point the Pelicans had that game under control, and I thought they was gonna pull it out. And somehow the Thunder snatched the victory out of the jaws of defeat And so, and you just gotta wonder, man, if Zion could have played because he's healthy enough to play. He's cleared. I think he's practicing. He was out there doing warm ups, dunking, and all that good stuff,
360s.
man. All right. And but when they interviewed him, they were saying, I think his words was, when I feel like Zion, I'll be out there. So I don't know what it is. It's not making him feel like Zion. Is he scared to go out there? And he think he's gonna tweak his ham again? Or he don't want to come back too soon? Did he think he came back too soon last time? All that, or does he need like a real workup before he can get on the court? He might not be in the type of shape where he can just jump out there and start playing without getting hurt. So he might need a full 2-3 weeks to get ready before he can play. So maybe that's what it is. But they lost. And now hindsight being 2020, everybody's like, man, they lost by 3-4 points, and Zion definitely could have helped them out, man. But I'm gonna play for you what CJ McCullough said in the post game.
And I know you probably heard this number a million times, but you, Zion and B only played 10 games together this season. Just how much are you going to look back at this season and wonder what could have been if everybody could have stayed healthy?
Yeah, I mean, if you would have told me we was going to play 10 games together this season and win 42 games, I would have said that's crazy. But for us to be successful in the future and in the long term, we got to be able to play together. We need our best players on the court. We need to be able to play extensive minutes together, especially in meaningful games and big games, and really showcase what we have to offer. And for us to contend for a championship and make a real playoff run, that's what it's going to take.
You could have just packed it in with the injury. I mean, affected your shot, affected your handle. Why was it important for you to say, that's not what I'm going to do, I'm going to play?
Yeah, I think throughout my career, I've always been the type of player to do whatever it takes to help the team. I could have took the easy way out and got surgery and sat and watched, but I'm not that type of person, not that type of player. Even though it affected my performance, some nights I never made excuses. I just go compete and do the best that I can, and I always try to lead by example.
What's y'all thought? What's y'all thoughts on what he said?
If that ain't a call out, I don't know what is. If that ain't a call out, if that ain't a call out, I don't know what you call a call out.
Well, I mean, they asked him personally. It's been games that you played hurt and stuff like that. So that was a personal question. It ain't like he was really aiming it to. Yeah.
Hey, if I was sitting back listening to that, I would have felt some type of way. What about you, Chris?
If there was any more shade thrown, the weather would have dropped a couple of degrees, temperature-wise. There was a lot. But I mean, is it not justified?
Like I said, we need our best players on the court.
Yeah. They and I was talking to him about this before we came on. I was like, you paid him $190 million, and he's only giving you in total one full season of work across 5 years.
We ain't talking about practice. We talking about the game.
He's only giving you a full season across 5 seasons. That's not one full season in 5 seasons. He's giving you 80-something games across 5. It's like that, and then you pay. That's unacceptable,
bro.
And
he played like 20 games. No. He played like 15 games in 5 years. He played 15 games each year for about 5 years.
And it's like I understand mental health is a very important thing, and I'm glad it's getting recognized now more so in the limelight. But at what point are we like, do we label him a bust? That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. I'm at the point where it's like, listen, you got to give me at least 70 games next season, or I'm putting you in the same boat as Greg Oden. Simple and plain. Because
That's
5
tough.
5 years of you being the number one overall, right? Number one overall.
It ain't been 5 years yet. It ain't been 5 years. I think it's been 3.
But I'm already putting him in the box.
It's at least been 4 for sure.
I'm already putting him in the box.
Well, look, so we know when Joel Embiid got drafted, he had a little foot injury, and then he had some knee injuries, and he's had injuries, and they kept saying trust the process. And his first 2 or 3 years was just like this. As a matter of fact, I think Zion Williamson might have, in the first 3 years of his season, he might have played more games than Joel Embiid did. And look at Joel Embiid now. So if he could get it under control and fix it, I mean, because the injuries that he been having, like, okay, he had some type of knee thing last year, But we know with that weight on him, the extra weight and the way he jumps and torques his body and stuff like that, and the way he lands, is going to be problematic for his lower extremities. So we already knew it was going to be risky bringing him back with that same weight. And then he tweaks his hamstring. So it's, it ain't been nothing major so far. It ain't been no ACLs. It ain't been no Achilles. It's not his back. He ain't had no back surgery like Michael Porter Jr. or Ben Simmons and nothing like that. It's just he just got to get that weight under control, man. I think he gonna be straight. He just got to get the weight under control.
Bro, I could see it if it was just one thing. If it was just the injuries, then they'd be different. But man, he don't even look like he don't even look like he's trying to keep himself in shape.
Wow, it is 3 years. That's crazy. He's only played 114 games across 3 seasons.
Yeah, but he got a different type of body though, Eric.
Hey, bro.
Like some people just got that body to swell up.
I'm sure them trainers is telling him, dog, hey man, the reason you injure yourself so much is because you're so big. Like, did you see him on the sideline?
I seen him, man. But what he's supposed to do? Like that, it just happened naturally. If he look at the weight room, he go gain 10 pounds.
Nah, bro. That ain't no weight room weight, dog.
Some of it is.
That's that endorsement from Mountain Dew where he had that commercial.
That's ribs.
He down there in New Orleans. We good down there.
That's crawfish.
Boudin, alligator tail.
That's gumbo.
Crackling.
Come on, man.
Fried shrimp.
T-Mac said all he need is a personal trainer and a BBL. He said if Zion get that BBL, he gonna be straight, man.
Hey man, look.
So you know what? They mentioned his weight coming out of high school and college. It was like, it's amazing that he can, at his size, do the things that he does. But for him to be successful at the next level, he's going to have to lose weight. He, what was he, 280, 270, 280 when he got drafted? Like, that's
and
crazy.
this is at 18, 19 when he was already getting questioned about his weight.
He's only 22 years old.
This weight ain't supposed to start coming up on you until you pass your 30s, man. Like he getting old man weight at 20. It was crazy. MJ said he was doing warm up. He was doing windmills during the warm up. Says he didn't want to disrupt the chemistry. He did say that, but why not play 10 to 15 minutes and see what you got? And you know what? And that's the same thing. Steven Jackson said. He said, "Look, man, at this point, it's a playing game. We're trying to get in the playoffs. You might not feel 100%, but dude, come out there and give us a try. And even if you do something else to your hamstring, you got the whole summer to rehab it. Like, just come out there and give us a try." But remember, this is the same exact thing that happened to Ben Simmons last year when they asked him to come back to help the Brooklyn Nets in the first round against Boston. That's a tall ask for somebody that's rehabbing something that they seen is serious and just say, come back and help save the squad.
Mel, listen to me, dog. He knew he had a motherfucking wing stop before he stopped before he stopped in there. So he knew he wasn't ready to play. Man, look, man, that joker is big. That joker is big in the wrong way. You know what I mean? That joker is huge.
169 missed games. Have Kyrie missed that many games? Gumbo.
No.
That's gumbo, dog. That's gumbo weight.
Yeah. And look, and they talking about Kyrie can't get no contract, but they done already gave this dude one.
Here we go with this Kyrie thing again, man. Goddamn. Can we please let it go, bro? Please, man. Please.
I'm just saying, man. Just compare and contrast the two, man. Kyrie Irving never been out of shape. Always, as a matter of fact, when Kyrie got suspended last year, and then when Kevin Durant got hurt, they was like, hey, tell Kyrie to come back. After he done missed 40 games, Kyrie showed back up the very next day and played a game and scored about 50 points. Right? Like, he's always ready, always in shape, always ready to go. Imagine that. And people call him unprofessional. That's professionalism. Staying in shape, staying ready, that's professionalism. But
hey,
he's
man, we're supposed to be talking about Zion, man. Look,
I get it, man, but I just had to throw that out there, man.
I know.
We want to know what professionalism looks like, and Zion is not there.
I swear to God, I am, man. one of these days. I'll
But
be
you
like,
know the
man, please
difference.
meet this dude, man. No matter what you do, dog, he will defend you. He don't care what you do. If it's murder,
I'm
if
not
you
defending,
kill
man.
somebody,
Hey,
he'll be
hey,
like the NBA trying to set you up.
look, I'm an advocate for truth, Eric. I advocate for truth.
Come on,
You know what
man.
I mean? That's what it is, man.
That's
Truth.
that's your truth.
It ain't my truth.
That's your
It's
truth, dog.
my truth that Kyrie was in shape and ready to go when they called him.
No, I'm saying it's your truth about the conspiracy theory about Kyrie. Ain't nobody fucking with Kyrie except Kyrie.
Ain't nobody said nothing about no conspiracy theory. I said this dude was ready when they called him. Is
But
that
you
what I
said,
said,
but you
Chris?
said, but you said
Ain't
they
that what
didn't
I
want to
said?
pay him. You
He
said they
was
didn't
ready.
want to pay him.
They don't. They saying don't pay Kyrie. They said Kyrie's not reliable and he's not gonna show up. Don't give him no contract. That's what they said.
Bro, the
But
man,
they
the
said
man
give
didn't
Zion
take the
everything he
shot.
want.
The man made a bad tweet. Like what? Like he didn't want to put that on him.
Let me ask you a question, Eric. Let me ask you
Here
a
we
question.
go.
Oh,
Here
you
we
done did
go.
it, Eric. It's over now.
You got 4 years max contract. You can either give it to Zion for him to buy more po' boy and shrimp and souffles and
Oh my God.
and gumbo, or you can give it to Kyrie so he can give it to Uganda. Which one you
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. I give it to Kyrie. I give you that. I definitely give it to Kyrie because hey, as Zion, I can't give it to Zion. Zion,
You give give
Zion gonna try
Zion
to
a
own all
max.
the McDonald's.
You give Zion a max. It's going straight to beignets.
Yeah, hey, Zion ain't doing nothing but buying soul food dinners at the church.
Hey man,
As dark as Zion is, he gonna have all that powdered sugar on him. Look like he just dumped his head
man,
full
Bro,
of sugar.
I'm
that
telling you,
motherfucker too big. Hey, and make it so bad, man. He just sitting there just watching the game on the
just
sideline.
watching the
Like,
game, looking like a huge Ziploc bag full of chocolate
yeah.
donuts, just sitting there, just
with
miserable looking.
hey, and I seen him. He had a bag of Skittles. Bag of
No,
Skittles.
Oh my God, Zion, man! Somebody introduced this man into a salad or something.
yeah.
Dog.
I wanna get a drone and just follow him around.
Listen.
I just want to see.
Hey, Zion got the same nutritionist as Luca.
I jug over there stopping at all the burger spots. Like,
Luca on something different, man. Luca got the only body that gains weight with more cardio. Like he's playing and gaining weight. At least Zion ain't playing.
man,
Luca
Zion,
gaining weight with cardio.
Zion
You know
ain't
what?
thinking.
I'm
I
glad
bet you
that we don't got
Zion
to see Dallas in
know
the
the game
playoffs.
snacks before they even get to the stadium.
Hey. So who looking at that comment? So who rocks the better street clothes, Zion or AD?
AD Zion, he dressed like Suge Knight. I
Yeah,
can't get with
yeah.
Zion clothes, man.
It looked like he don't even got no stylist. It look like somebody just
No.
Hey, man, they got Dickies on sale. Go on,
He,
get
he getting his outfits off the food truck, the same food truck he getting his subs from.
yeah. Hey, man, go on wear. Hey, this is cool to wear. You look great.
Oh my God. All right, man. So Ja Morant, I don't know if y'all knew this, man, but Ja Morant, the teenage kid that he beat up allegedly, filed the lawsuit. They released the body cam footage and all that good stuff, man, of him talking to the police and the police saying, hey, man, this dude got a knot the size of an egg on his head. So it's obviously he got injured and all that good stuff, man. So he sustained injuries while at Ja Morant's house because the police came to his house right after that. So it's safe to say he probably did sustain those injuries there. But the proof of him getting jumped by Ja Morant and his friend, I don't know if we have that proof. But now we do have a counter lawsuit, right? And I want y'all to read this, man. I'm gonna read this, and I just want y'all to give me y'all thoughts, man. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies has filed a countersuit against Josh Holloway, the high school basketball player involved in an incident during a pickup game at Morant's house last July, as first reported by Daily Memphis Drew Hill. And court filings via News 5. Morant said that Holloway intentionally threw a basketball at his face, which could have ended Morant's career. All right, that first one. But wait. This first one, right? Please don't tell me this is what is. Come on, seriously. You trying to make it seem like it was self-defense. All right, so it sounds like he's not denying that he whooped the little boy butt. Now they're trying to do damage control and give an excuse why he whooped them. And the first excuse is he threw a basketball at my face, which could have ended my career. What y'all think about that?
Hey, bro, that motherfucker whooped the cowboy shit out that motherfucking boy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
That
right
motherfucker
now.
beat the cowboy shit out that motherfucker. Hey, I wouldn't even touch a
John Morant,
basketball if I was him after that shit.
John Morant didn't come up with that statement. That was the lawyer that he pulled out of some McDonald's Happy Meal and was like, "This is it." This
You
is
think it's
Zion's
gonna work?
lawyer.
huh?
You think it's gonna work?
Hell
What?
no.
No, not that one. I didn't see the rest, but that line.
Okay, that line, right? But explain to me how a basketball to the face can end your career.
I just said that
Well,
shit at the end of his career.
uh, a broken orbital bone that requires multiple surgeries. You can't quite
Career
get
ending,
through.
Chris. Career ending.
You have to wear a mask, and you probably won't be able to play the same that you play without a mask. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm seeing what his lawyer
That's
probably
your
told
job
him.
on here, Chris. You the devil's advocate, motherfucker.
I,
Thank you.
I'm saying what the lawyer probably told y'all. Like, hey, listen, this is what we're gonna run with, right? If you ever got to play with a mask for the rest of your career, your numbers go down. He ruined your career. You never get another max contract because he broke your face with a basketball.
John Morant has caught alley oops that was harder than that. What that kid threw that ball at him.
It's all
Bro,
about
bro. Hey, first of all, he need to fire the lawyer that he got. Whoever the lawyer was, fire that motherfucker immediately.
They trying, but that's what you're supposed to do. When somebody sue you, you gotta give them a counter suit. You have to.
Fire that motherfucker immediately. Your job is, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah.
Just pay
Hey
the
man,
money.
how much you want? How much? I'll set out a quote with you. How much you want?
That's what you're supposed. What happened to that? Just settle out of court.
Set
What
out a
happened to
quote.
that?
Hey dog,
It's not
look,
even that
hey,
serious.
listen, or talk
I
to your
guess
lawyer. Tell your lawyer to come over with an offer. Hey, this how much we want.
Exactly. All right. He said he walked aggressively toward Morant with his fist clenched as if he were about to hit him. So now he's saying that he feared that he was about to get attacked. He threatened to return to Morant's house and light it up like a fireworks show as he left. Now, is this after he got his tail whooped?
probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is after he got his butt whooped. All
Bro,
right.
he whooped the cowboy shit out there. Beat the bejesus out there.
and this article is coming from CBS Sports. He threatened Morant again in a Snapchat post. Okay, I need to see this Snapchat post. He lied to the police about Morant flashing a gun. So he's saying Morant never flashed a gun. That's probably one of the things you really can't prove because there's no cameras there. He's gonna need a lot of witnesses to corroborate that, and I don't know if anybody is gonna be willing to do that, knowing that John Morant probably gave him a little money. Who knows? Violated a court order by leaking details of a sealed case to the media.
I believe that.
How did he leak the details? It's not like he had the footage.
Well, details could be just like all this stuff right here, or certain things about the investigation
The
that you just
police,
probably shouldn't
the
say.
police leaked all that stuff. That kid, remember, this is the reason why it happened last summer, and we just now hearing about it. The kid didn't say nothing. This got leaked because John Morant flashed a gun and got in some more trouble with the Indiana basketball team, and he was in the limelight, and everybody went to digging, and this all of a sudden came up. The police probably leaked this because they felt like he got away with something he shouldn't have got away with.
I think this came out. I think this came out before the Denver incident, though.
What did
The thing from last summer. This came out.
not from the kid though.
Yeah. Yeah, it did come out because everybody was talking about that. So the case had happened a long time ago. It happened last year. It kind of dead it or whatever. We didn't hear about it until just now. And then
Right.
there was the mention of the gun. And then the Denver incident happened, which made it seem like, well, now the gun story from that incident sounds a lot more believable because now he's out here brandishing guns on IG Live. So this came out before the Denver incident, and then the Denver incident just was like, man, we trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but here you go, just being stupid, and then
Right.
it just piled on after that.
MJ, hey, the number on the bottom of the screen if you want to call in real quick and give me your expertise on this on this since your dad is a detective. I like to hear what you got to say about this.
Oh man,
7.5 years, man.
let me be
But
quiet.
okay, so and he said that's interesting though, violating the court order. All right, so
He
calls
wasn't worried
Morant.
about. He wasn't worried about no little 16-year-old kid walking towards him with his fist balled up.
I exactly, I doubt it. Caused Morant to be subjected to castigation and ridicule, and made him suffer both personal humiliation and impairment of character and reputation that he has worked for years to build in the Memphis community. Start talking about no Memphis community, because the reputation he got in the Memphis community is he a shooter or something like that. So I
Sluggish,
don't want.
sluggish,
Yeah,
bone.
exactly. I don't want to. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that.
Then he said in the Memphis while making him more circumspect when dealing with the media. So he's blaming all this on this kid on this incident. That's pretty interesting, man. MJ, what's up, man? That's you on the phone?
Yeah. What up, Mel?
Hey, I'm chilling, man. So you said this is BS. Why you say that?
All right, for starters, if you an NBA star, okay, you John Morant. Number one, you making these claims about this dude, correct? That all this shit. Y'all just beat his ass, okay?
Right.
You know you in some shit. So now you're gonna try to file a counterclaim to make it seem that you're the victim.
Yeah.
When in fact, I don't think you are the victim.
Right. And I don't think nobody think he's the victim, but this is a good legal practice to counter sue when you're being sued, right?
Maybe it is, man, but it's not the right thing to do, bro. You do something wrong.
No,
You say you did something wrong. You apologize and you settle it.
but that's if somebody did something wrong. What if, again, playing
man.
devil's advocate,
Boy, the devil is gonna
wrong.
be at your house in 1 second if you keep.
What if he actually didn't do it?
Nah, man, he did that, bro.
I don't. So I personally
Bro,
don't
did
think
you see
that
that?
somebody.
Did y'all see the pictures of the kid?
No.
Yeah, he not that big.
Bro.
No.
So I don't personally think like somebody would go through all this trouble after it was all said and done already.
That's like Makai getting mad at me and walking up to me with his fist ball.
And you put them paws on him.
Yeah, and I just beat the brakes off of him.
And jump him too, because the kid said him and his friend jumped him.
And then call out my sons and come out.
Yeah.
It was like, come on, dog.
You know what I believe more? I believe that the kid did get jumped, but it was probably Ja Morant's people. I don't think Ja had anything to do with it.
Well, it's the same thing,
that, bro. And if it's your people, then you're responsible.
This is true. However,
if it's your people, you're responsible.
For Ja, it's this right here. It's a civil suit. It's a fine, maybe a suspension. For them, it's probably jail time and criminal charges. So if he's gotten accustomed to these people, then he's trying to look out for them and trying to make sure that he's always putting them on and taking care of them. Things that you feel like you need to do when you get to a certain point. I don't know why he feels the need to be that way, because he didn't come from that. If anybody he needs to be putting on is his family, which he did, call it a day. But for some reason,
here's my question: why are you putting yourself in that position?
Because he's not smart. He's not being smart at all. He ain't learned nothing from Michael Vick. Michael Vick did prison time for something his family was doing. He was too busy playing football and doing all this. He wasn't involved in that dog fight like that.
He was funding it. That was about it.
That's about it. Yeah, that's about it.
At best, he was funding it.
Right, and he did time for that.
He did time for that. He lost everything for that.
18 months or something like that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he lost everything for that.
And he was never the same.
He never was the same. But if I was his cousin, I would have took that charge for him.
That's what you're supposed to do. Take that. You're supposed to do that. You don't let
Absolutely.
you don't let the money go down. You don't let Vic go down. How you let Vic do the time?
But
He
see,
turned-
that's,
hey.
And listen, and
So that-
listen, my father was, my father was in Texas for 27 and a half years, and he even taught me, you don't rat. You don't rat on your friends. You take the fucking rat. Or if, me and my friends had a pact, like, listen, if shit went down, we all knew who had a record or who didn't. Whoever didn't have a record would take the charge, and we would back them up financially and shit like that.
Right.
So you don't, you just don't put yourself in that position, man. Like,
Yeah.
you have that much money. Stay out of the fucking limelight like that.
Yeah.
you know why it makes sense? It makes perfect sense. Because Ja is not a real thug, so he doesn't know the real thug code.
This is what the kid alleged. The kid alleged that something happened with a call on the basketball court. Ja Morant threw the ball at him, and the kid said he grabbed the ball and threw the ball back at him. Now this is all from the body cam footage from when the police came to his house, and that's been made public. So when he first told the story that he threw the ball back, I was like, man, why did you say that, right? But he telling the truth. He said, I threw the ball back. The ball hit Ja Morant in the head or something like that, and he said Ja Morant walked up on him and looked at his friend and was like, should I whoop his ass?
Yep.
And then that's when he went to beating him, and then and that's when the friend came in and they both was giving him some licks, and he left up out of there with a huge knot. And maybe he did say he was gonna light it up like Christmas or something like that before he left. But then that's when he alleged that Ja Morant went and grabbed his gun and came back out and brandished the gun in his waistband. Right.
I got a question.
Hey, listen. If you a person who carries, or whether it's legal or illegal, and you just got your ass whooped, you got jumped, and let's say you got your burner in the car, that's gonna be your first thought, and you're gonna say like, "Fuck that, I'm coming back and you come back and
man, what is he supposed to say? Like, what is he supposed to say? Even if he did say it, what are he supposed to say? The motherfucker just whooped your ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what are you supposed to say?
Right. And
that's the point I'm trying to get. Like, you sometimes say things out of anger, whether you mean it or you don't mean it. Right. Maybe in this position he did not mean it. Maybe he did. Who knows?
Either way, it's still a threat. But look, either way, it's still a threat.
Yeah.
Either way, it's still a threat. But it was said after the fact, so you can't use that as a reason why you whoop this kid tail. So that's number one. Number two is you can't use that first thing. He intentionally threw a basketball at his face, which could have ended Morant's career, because after the basketball already thrown and it didn't ruin your career, you still don't have a right to go and whoop his tail. That's not self-defense. You get what I'm saying? Like self-defense is when you're actively whooping me and I have no choice but to defend myself. But if I throw something and you get hit, you just got hit. Like you can't claim self-defense if the whole thing is over. You're not defending anything. You're just retaliating.
And listen, hey Mel, I could throw the ball at you and miss, right? You could come and front me.
Right.
And we could either hash it out right there, or or throw the hand.
Right.
It didn't even get to the point of having a discussion about it.
Right.
It was just like, all right, the ball was thrown. Okay, it just fucking missed me. Let's whoop this motherfucker's ass.
Right. And then
excuse my language.
No, it's cool. But then the last part of that, and the most important part, is that the kid is a minor. He's 17 years old.
Exactly.
So the assault that you put on him was an assault on a minor. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
That's a felony.
That makes the charge worse.
Right. That's a felony.
Man, first of all, what is a kid 16 or however old he was? What's making him come over your house and play basketball? Obviously, he was comfortable with him enough to do that. Then where's the dude's parents? If y'all had a beef like that, send him home.
Yeah.
My question is, the nice house that he has, the nice neighborhood that he's in, ain't none of them got no security cameras.
They probably did, but I mean, the security cameras go incriminate him. So, so
Correct.
you already know that, yeah,
Just like Aaron Hernandez.
right.
You know?
Yep. But yeah, thanks for the call, MJ.
All right, I appreciate you, folks. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, John Morant all the way wrong. All right, man. Let's get into the playoffs, man. So we can start on the West. Well, as a matter of fact, we still don't know who that 8 seed gonna be. So we're gonna start with the 2-7 seed on the West, which is gonna be Memphis. Since we already talking about John Morant, it's gonna be Memphis and the Lakers. So let's talk about all the nuances with this, starting with Memphis not having Steven Adams, which is a big body and a rebounder and a defender down low, not having Brandon Clark because he just got hurt 2 weeks ago, and that's a agile body that can run the floor, move, real athletic, and all that good stuff. But they got everybody else, and Jaren Jackson Jr. is a great emerging player, young player. He can stretch the floor, hit the three. He's a defensive player of the year candidate. He can block shots, rebound, but he gets in foul trouble a lot. He has the number 2 most fouls in the league behind Karl Anthony Towns. They both get in foul trouble a lot. So that's gonna be an issue. And on the other end, you got the Lakers playing great ball after the All-Star break. You got LeBron James out there. He's playoff proven, and so is AD. Very interesting matchup, man. I'm gonna let y'all tell me what y'all think will happen.
Go ahead.
Oh, I got I crack jokes on Facebook because I just do not care for LeBron and whatever team he's on. So I said Memphis in the sweep. Realistically speaking, I got Memphis in 6. I think the Lakers can actually try to extend the series a little bit, but I do think that age and youth is going to end up playing a part ultimately. And we haven't seen AD really play a string of consecutive games at such a rigorous pace and taxing on the body in I don't know how many years. I think AD is going to be the key to how successful of a series that the Lakers have. You lose AD, you for sure lose the series. LeBron is not going to be able to do it by himself. But with AD, you have a chance. But I do still, without Steven Adams, I still see, because you still have Jaren Jackson who can body up against AD pretty well. So I still got Memphis in 6 in that one.
Eric,
so you already know I got the Lake Show. I don't even know why it's even like. I think I don't even think he believed what he just said himself.
I absolutely believe.
He's trying to convince himself what he just said.
Not at all.
Hey, I'm telling you, man.
You must got
LeBron and AD. See, you know what? I was gonna say this last segment, but it came back to me now. You know, D'Angelo Russell didn't play his best game. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're 100% correct.
Right. So he didn't play his best game. But they still won with LeBron scoring 30, AD playing and scoring like 40, and Schroeder scoring 21. Everything else was just a little extras. What happens when all of them is hitting on all cylinders?
Is that gonna ever happen though?
I'm just asking.
I don't know. I mean, it could be a good night for the Lakers if they're all hitting on cylinders. I mean, but you it's not necessary, man, because if AD is unstoppable down low, it can get real ugly, man. And they just got to be hitting their shots. They ain't got to be hitting on all cylinders.
Jaren Jackson, I'm telling you right now, Jaren Jackson ain't got nothing for AD.
You might be right.
Cap.
He ain't got nothing for AD.
Cap.
I ain't got nothing for AD, man. I'm telling you, a healthy AD, now Mr. Glass, he might got a chance. I can't.
7 games.
But hey,
this ain't
a healthy AD, ain't nothing he can do with AD. Nothing he can do with him.
So real quick before we so
And
you
Shooter
mentioned
and if Shooter and D'Angelo Russell come to play, oh my God.
that's a lot of ifs, and you mentioned that D'Angelo Russell had a bad game, right? On the other side of that ball, Anthony Edwards had a bad game, and the Lakers only won by how many points, right?
What they won? How many they won by what 9?
No,
It was very slim.
No. It
they
was about
remember they
9
went
or
in,
5.
remember they went into overtime.
Yeah, they went in overtime, but what they win in overtime though?
I don't even remember what happened after they went in
Yeah,
overtime. I don't think they won, but
I think it was about 9 points.
still though.
Even still, you had to go to overtime, and you almost lost that game with the other team's star player having a bad game. If you have to hinge your wins off of if the other team has a bad game, and if you can make up for if your guy has a bad game, then you already lost the series. You
Oh
you
man,
you dealing in what ifs.
I don't think.
You have to
Hey,
deal in what is.
everything you just said is what if. You said, oh man, they just too young, too agile. Oh, even though they are
Yeah,
missing a couple
and
players.
what you was doing, what you
But
said was what
he
ifs.
does get in foul trouble.
You
And
said
so what?
what
So
you
what?
actually
What do you,
you
what do
actually
you think
said
he's gonna do with AD?
you said the word what if they all firing on all cylinders. We ain't seen that in 82 games. We ain't
Oh
seen
my
it in
God.
83 games.
Hey,
Them firing on all cylinders. So what makes you
since
think
the trade, how the Lakers been playing?
not firing on all cylinders?
Okay,
Not firing
that's
on all
what I'm.
cylinders.
Hey, but we already agreed earlier, right? We already agreed earlier that the playoffs is a different animal.
That's a fact.
We already agreed. We already agreed to that earlier.
An animal that we haven't seen AD successfully complete healthy.
Okay.
Now,
AD
is
got the
that
championship ring.
please do not bring that
MJ said it was 108, 102.
6 points. Please do
6
not
point.
bring
I was off by 3. My bad.
please do not bring that Mickey Mouse ring pop championship into this
Oh
conversation.
my God. Is it a ring?
It's a bubble ring.
Okay.
It's a bubble ring. It's a bubble ring for sure.
There's a
Okay.
and it's not just
I
the
ain't never.
Lakers.
Hey,
It's not
I
just
ain't
the
never
Lakers.
heard that. They ain't, hey, when we went to that Lakers game, Mel, did you say anything about a bubble on the rafters?
It's
I didn't see nothing about a bubble.
It's only been one bubble. That's why you ain't never heard
Yeah,
about it. It's only been one bubble in
all I see
75
was
years.
championship banners hanging
Listen,
up.
I'd say this all the time because everybody like, oh, well, you wouldn't say it if it wasn't the Lakers. Yes, any team that would have won would have an asterisk next to it.
Okay.
But there's a
Well,
there's
that's
a
hey,
there's a hold on there's a
you know
bigger asterisk
when
next
a
to the Lakers.
hater got something to say, it's always something.
It
You know
ain't
what I
hating,
mean?
bro. Hey, it ain't
It's the
hating.
asterisk.
You want to
It's
mention
a
conspiracy?
comma.
You want to
Look,
mention? Hold on.
man.
You want to mention conspiracy theories? Let's talk about the fact that one, Kobe died that year. Two, they had 3 months off.
Oh my God, bro.
LeBron, Father Time was whooping his ass, and AD is Mr. Glass 100% of the time. So if they don't have those 3 months off, they don't even make the playoffs.
Oh
They
my
That's
got
God.
facts.
So are
saved.
you mad at them? You mad at them because they had time off during the pandemic? Like who figured that one?
The season should have been.
Where
The
was
season should have been scrapped
the Illuminati on that?
in LeBron's backyard at the
What?
barbecue.
Oh my God. Where was the Illuminati on a global pandemic? Who could have foresaw that?
The Illuminati don't need to meet in personal spaces.
Oh my God, man, y'all killing me.
Come on, man. Open your third,
Y'all
fourth, and
killing
fifth
me.
eye,
Y'all
Eric. Come on
killing
now.
me. Hey, come on, man. Hey, man,
MJ,
look.
MJ said the
Hey,
pandemic.
whatever that is they got out there growing out there in Lemoore, California, please don't leave it alone.
Hey, come get you some.
Go to the dispensary.
It might bring you to your sports senses.
Go to the dispensary.
You out here living in delusion, my brother.
Speaking of Lamar,
delusion.
speaking of Lamar, won't you come on out here this weekend, Chris?
Yeah. Hey, I just told him that.
Come on out here, man. Let's record a show live, man.
I might do it next weekend.
All right, bet. Do it next
weekend.
Yeah,
hey, cause I'm in Vegas this
week.
week.
You know what? No, when is Memorial Day?
I don't know. I don't follow holidays.
It's May something. Book me for that. I'll come down there for Memorial Day weekend.
May something? All right, bet.
Yeah,
that
May
sounds
something.
Good.
After this, I'll look up the exact date and I'll come down there because I got that.
I like to cook people inside the studio. You know what I mean?
Well, then you need to get Eric there and cook his ass.
Oh, Eric. If you come, Eric, go be here. Eric, 5 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's a bet. Do I need to bring my own equipment or you got me?
We got everything we got here. Everything we need here.
Probably better than my shit anyway.
Everything here, baby. Everything here.
I'm gonna bring my jerseys though.
Hey man, you don't believe that shit you just said though.
What?
You don't believe that shit you just said?
What, that the Lakers not gonna make it out the first round?
Nah, the Lake. Hey, I'm telling you, Lakers going to the final.
No,
Okay,
You know
so
what?
hold on. Let's get
Hesitation
everything
in saying
documented.
that, my only hesitation in saying that is I'm worried about Phoenix.
Okay,
as you
hold
should
on.
be.
Hold on. We're gonna get to Phoenix, but right now,
Wait, hold on,
let me get it on record. Is it going 6, 7, 5? What is it, Chris?
Memphis in 6.
Memphis in 6, Eric.
I'm gonna say Lakers in 6.
Lakers in 6. This is so hard. I'm telling you, this is very tough, man, because LeBron is going to leave everything on the floor, and he's going to force AD to leave everything out on the floor. These dudes want it bad. I can see it. LeBron was disinterested most of the season. He was thinking about that record. Then he needed a little break after he got that record. Then he came back once they made the trade, and he seen that they got a chance. They can play some good basketball with the new guys, and he's motivated, and he's playing team ball. They're playing defense. Very scary, man, for people who want to root against LeBron. I really think they can upset Memphis. It will be an upset. I think they can upset Memphis, but it's gonna be a very, very tough 7 games. I'm picking the Lakers in 7.
Lakers in 7.
Yeah.
You writing this down?
I'm writing it down.
Hold on. But let me say that. No, it's we don't have to write it down. It's recorded. But let me say this. I'm picking the Lakers in 7, but I'm also acknowledging the fact that Memphis's young legs probably could be a real big problem for the Lakers, and there is a possibility that they can get them up out of here early. So if it goes 7 games, the Lakers are going to win, but I think the Memphis Grizzlies got a chance to probably beat them 4-2.
Okay. We'll see.
But if they can get it to a 7 game, it's gonna be Lakers to win. They're gonna win it if it goes 7. If it don't go 7, Memphis will win. If it goes 7, Lakers will win. How about that? Is that fair? Can I do that?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay.
If it goes, you can do whatever you want.
If it goes 7 games, Lakers will win.
Right,
if it don't, Lakers gonna lose.
All right, book it. Next, what you got? The 3-6.
Sure. 3-6 is
Sacramento and Golden State.
Oh man, that's that one there.
It's actually not as hard as you think it is.
All right. What you thinking about it?
I got Golden State in 5.
You got Golden State in 5?
I got Golden State in 5. So Andrew Wiggins will be back. The fact that they didn't have to do a play-in and they got a full week off gives Andrew Wiggins time to ramp up privately, get back in tune with his teammates, and get ready and go on the road. Another thing, Sacramento is only 90 minutes away from the Bay. They don't even have to fly. They're going to drive, or they're going to take the bus. And half of that crowd is going to be Golden State, believe it or not. As much as Sacramento fans have been waiting for this, I guarantee you the fact that Golden State fans can only travel an hour and a half and watch every game of this series, they're going to do it. So it's gonna be a 50-50 fan base at that, and that's at that arena. And then the experience. The only person on that Kings roster there's only 2 people on that Kings roster that has playoff experience. One is Mike Brown, the coach, and the other is Harrison Barnes. Both of them got their rings and their playoff experience with Golden State. So experience is going to come into huge play. Andrew Wiggins has experience now. Jordan Poole has experience now. They got a ring last year, so they got it. And then you got the core, Steph, Clay, and Draymond. They've been doing this for almost the better part of 10 years. And I think that's going to be the tipping point. I feel like Golden State caught their stride it's cliche, but at the perfect time, because they started really winning those road games, and it's going to help them take that momentum. They avoided the play-in, so that's another load off their shoulder that they don't have to worry about. And now they can just completely focus on dismantling Sacramento. And I think they got it in 5. I got Golden State in 5.
Yeah, I think the exact same series we seen from Memphis Golden State last season is gonna be what we see this season with the Kings and Golden State. The Kings will play well, but they'll show their inexperience in their first playoff game in a long time. And the Warriors will show their experience, and the NBA referees going to show their experience as well. They go perform just as well as Steph Curry will, and Golden State will get this one in 6.
6. Okay, Eric.
You know what, Chris? We might be be friends sometime, man. Because I
Don't
agree
wear no
with you.
Lakers shit around me.
Yeah, hey, I'm worse. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing but Lakers. Nothing. There ain't no other team in the NBA. It's just Lakers. It's the Lakers. That's it.
It's the Lake Show. It's just the Lake Show.
What you got them in Warriors and what though? 5, 6, 7, 4?
Now I got them in 5. I got them in 5.
Got 'em
I
in
got them in
5.
5. I think that they'll slip one game in there, but I think they'll slip one game in there.
Everybody type in the chat who they got in this series, Golden State or Sacramento. Type it in the chat. I want to see.
Yeah, I got Sacramento. I mean, I got Golden State.
Golden State. Okay. All right, and then then the 4-5 game is the Clippers and the Suns, man. This is gonna be real interesting because they trying to pretend like Paul George is not gonna be available. I guarantee you, Paul George play game 1. So they just playing that mind game. Maybe Phoenix might not be game planning for him, and they might not be scouting for him, and then he shows up. He's not on the injury report for the first game, and he suits up, and boom, throw a curveball. Hopefully, they help them get one game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
I see Phoenix. I see Phoenix in 5 because if KD's if it's the unsensitive KD, if it's the unsensitive KD, and he just playing basketball, I think KD is good.
I'm afraid for the Suns in this one, man. I just don't think they got enough firepower, to be honest with you. I don't think
that's my only concern. That's my only concern. But if Booker play like he's supposed to play, I think, and KD play like he's supposed to play, I think and Chris Paul just show up. If Chris Paul just, but that one last win in him, I think he can do it.
But they can do all that and not get nothing from their bench. Like like their bench never showed me that they was gonna be supportive the whole playoffs. I just don't see it, man. I seen a couple of games where TJ Warren played good. I seen a couple of games with Terrence Ross played good. I haven't seen Karen play good since they went to the finals 2 years ago. Biyombo, I mean, he's just out there to rebound and shot block, but as far as scoring and points, man, where's it gonna come from their bench?
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough.
You got a point, but I still believe in KD.
I do too, man. It's just not looking
KD.
good, man.
So I think he might have to play out his mind, but I believe in him.
Which we haven't. It's not like we haven't seen that before. He almost single-handedly got rid of the Bucks by himself. So it's not like we haven't seen it before. I just would like to see it for real. No toe discrepancies. You know what I'm saying? Let's
don't twist your ankle. None of that.
So, but I'll put it to you like this: you're not gonna see Paul George in game 1, right? But the Clippers have to steal the first game of the series, right? In order for it to be a series. If the Clippers steal the first game, it's going 7. And Paul George will, come along, probably later on in the series. If they drop the first game, Paul George will suit up in game 2, but it's gonna be too late and it's gonna be a sweep. So I have it on the extremes of both sides. It's either gonna be a 7-game series or a sweep, and it all depends on how the first game goes down.
And I
got Phoenix winning. I got Phoenix winning
the
series.
I don't think it's gonna be.
It ain't gonna be no sweep at all. I seen the Phoenix Suns, even though they're 8-0 with Kevin Durant playing since the trade. I seen the Phoenix Suns and almost all 8 of those games have a double-digit lead that they couldn't hold on to for whatever reason. Either the lead was so big they just lost interest in the game and let them come back, or their bench got in and their bench couldn't hold the lead. I'm telling you, I can look at a team and see when they firing on all cylinders and when they should be able to win. And the Phoenix Suns haven't met that threshold for me yet. Only reason why I would even pick them because I believe so much in Booker and Kevin Durant and their ability. But I'm telling you, it's a tough hill. That's an uphill battle, man. they missed the opportunity to make their roster a championship roster. They don't have a championship roster right now. They missed the opportunity to have one. They don't have one, so it's hard for like I might can pick them to beat the Clippers, but I can't pick them to go all the way to the finals. I really can't.
Yeah,
They missing something. Yeah, they missing something. They're missing something. But I'm gonna pick Phoenix. And I don't think it's gonna go 7. The Clippers just this ain't gonna be their year this year. I mean, not having yeah, I mean, but if they could get their squad together for a whole full season, it could be their year. But they misfortunes. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna pick Phoenix in 6 on this one.
I bet.
And then we got one more playing game to figure out who gonna be the 8 seed, which is T Wolves and who just beat in OKC. T Wolves and OKC. Can any one of those squads, if they advance, beat Denver?
Oklahoma City.
You think OKC can beat Denver? Interesting. And you don't think? And you know the crazy thing, Chet Holmgren could be cleared to play in the playoffs if he wanted to.
He's not going to. I mean, he could be cleared, yeah, but he's not going to play. That's too much of a variable. No chemistry, no run together, and you want to throw that in crunch time. They're going to save him for next season.
Yeah, that's true.
Secret weapon that shit. But I'm not saying it's going to happen. But Oklahoma City has the better chance of knocking off Denver than Minnesota does, in my eyes.
I agree. I don't think Minnesota can do it. I mean, if Rudy Gobert comes back and he can
non-factor
rim protection. He's a factor. He's definitely a factor.
Cone drills.
When he want to play, he can play, man. What I do. When he want to play, he can play. But you're right. I don't think they can beat Denver. I like I said, the teams in the West that cause a problem for Denver, I think would be the Lakers. If the Lakers would have got the 8 seed, I think OKC can match up well with them. I don't think they cause a problem for them, but they match up well with them, so it'll be a good series. I think Phoenix Suns cause a problem for them, and I think that's it. I think everybody else is, yeah. So
you said Denver, right?
Yeah, I said Denver.
Golden State.
Oh yeah, and Golden State. My bad.
I'll put Golden State up there too.
Yeah, I will too. Golden State as well.
Who y'all got at the East?
2, 7, 3, 6, 4, 5. Do the same thing.
Sure. Well, hold on. Give me your pick for Denver. So if OKC advances, who you picking, Denver or OKC?
I got Denver in 6.
I got Denver.
Yeah, I'm picking against Denver every round. I just don't think they got it, bro. I don't. Yeah,
it'd be nice to see Oklahoma City pull it off.
If OKC advance, I'm picking OKC in 7. If the Minnesota Vikings, no, not Vikings, Minnesota Timberwolves advance. If Minnesota Timberwolves advance, I'm picking Denver. And that game might not even
go.
Minnesota
5.
Minnesota might only get one game, bro.
I believe it.
So get one game.
Damn.
Go get one game, man. I'm telling you,
Eric,
man.
you gotta understand, man. The Timberwolves do not look good. They snuck in, bro. Honestly, they should have switched spots with the Pelicans as far as the standing shit goes, because they just they look bad.
I want to remind you that they suspended Gobert. They've been disappointed with Gobert since the 10th game of the season, and I want you to know they gave up more for Gobert than Phoenix gave up for Kevin Durant. They gave up. I want to say they gave about 3 first-round picks too.
Hey Mel, I'm about to get out of here, but because my phone's getting ready to die. Okay. Hey, I got Boston or Milwaukee out the East.
Okay.
I got, of course, I got the Lakers or Phoenix for the West.
Okay. All
So
right,
them your conference finals right there.
That's it.
All right.
there it is.
We'll see.
It is. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
And I
good.
got each series going at least 6 to 7 games.
I'll tell you right now, one of them teams ain't gonna make it that far, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, we know.
Which team?
I'll let you figure that out for yourself.
Hey, I know what you're gonna say.
I'll let you ponder that one on
I know
the
what
rest of
you're
your
gonna say.
evening.
Yeah.
You're gonna say OKC or some shit. I know.
Well, real quick
Nah.
before his battery die, let's run down the East real quick, and then we can end it.
All right, so 2-7 is Boston, Atlanta. Boston in a sweep. Atlanta, no, nothing.
I'm taking Boston.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
they
taking
go 5. I think they go 5.
I agree. I'm taking Boston in 5. Atlanta good for one game. I'm taking the Boston in 5.
Not this. I got a sweep. 3-6 is Philly and Brooklyn. I got Philly in 5.
Yeah, I'll go with that. No, well,
no,
I say they go 7 games.
yeah,
Absolutely not.
I
Philly,
say they go
Philly.
7 games.
Look, Philly. They don't have the type of dudes that's go kill you and actually in that series like that. They mess around and go 6 games with that. So 4-2 Philly.
There's nobody on Brooklyn who can stop Embiid.
I get it. Oh, Claxton do good on MB, but 4-2 Philly.
Okay.
4-2 Philly. Yeah, 4-2.
4-5 is Cleveland and New
New York.
York. I have Cleveland.
That's
in
a
7.
good one.
I got
That's a
Cleveland.
good one.
I
I
got
got
Cleveland in
Cleveland.
7.
Yeah.
I got Cleveland in 7 too.
That's gonna be a dog fight though. That's gonna be in the trenches with it.
It ain't going 7. Give me Cleveland in 6.
Okay.
Okay.
I respect it.
Yeah.
And then it's Miami and Chicago for the play-in.
Miami gone.
I believe so too. So it's gonna be Chicago. Milwaukee sweeps Chicago.
No, I say they go 5.
They don't got nothing to stop Giannis. If Chris Middleton is Chris Middleton of old, it's over. Drew Holiday is still a key piece.
Yeah.
And then Brook Lopez is a defensive player of the year candidate. So
yeah.
they're not gonna do nothing with Milwaukee. But
I got Milwaukee in 4 though.
I don't see that.
So
4.
I'm going a different way with Miami. Miami's going to win this play-in game against the Bulls. The Bulls shot all their bullets out last game. They ain't going to do that 2 times in a row and play like they're supposed to be playing. If that was the case, they wouldn't be in the play-in. But Miami, I trust they won't have 2 games like that in a row. So they'll be ready more than the Bulls are for this play-in game tomorrow. Miami will win it, and Miami can absolutely get 2 games against Milwaukee. So I'm still taking Milwaukee over Miami 4-2.
All right. Bet.
And that's how we're going with it. We'll come in here after each game. We'll do some post game, and it's gonna be a good playoffs, man.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, boy. I'll check y'all boys out.
All right, man.
Peace.
Yeah. But
I like it. I like this year's playoffs.
Yeah. You want to talk about New York, Cleveland a little bit before we leave, because I think that's
I feel like I honestly think that's probably going to be the only 7-game series in the first round.
So well, go ahead, my bad.
It's gonna be a trench fight, and I feel like it's not gonna be like one team gets momentum and then it swings. I feel like every other game is gonna go to the other team. It's gonna be 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2, and so on and so forth. Like each team is gonna win every other game until you get to that last one, and then
So let me
take it.
Let me go off of patterns. The patterns with Julius Randle and the patterns with Donovan Mitchell is that you can get a game from Donovan Mitchell where he give you 71 points, and you can get a game where he give you 18 and he just can't hit a bucket, and that game will come in the playoffs. He did it with Utah, and that's why Utah was like, man, we gotta let this dude go. All right. Same thing with Randle. Randle will give you all-star performances all season, get in the playoffs, and show you he can't be the number one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the good thing now is that Randle don't have to be the number one no more. You got Brunson doing his thing, and then you got other players like Grimes and other guys.
Barrett.
Forget RJ Barrett, that dude trash, man. But you got other dudes that's helping to contribute, So I think the mental toughness that Brunson got helps New York out a lot and helps Randall out a lot. So I think you're going to see a little bit something different from New York than what you've seen in the last playoff series, right?
Oh, absolutely.
However, being that Randall and Mitchell is so inconsistent, that's how you're gonna get what you was talking about, where the series is gonna be going back and forth. Nobody's gonna take control of it and keep control of it. It's
So
gonna go back and forth. So
I
6 and 7 games is very possible.
I feel like if it's not Mitchell and Randall, then it's Garland and Brunson
Yeah, but what Garland been all season? I ain't seen him.
being overshadowed by
Yeah,
Mitchell.
oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
So he
I
got
feel like he's okay with that role. Like, hey, I'm here to win. I'm here to try and get a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all need me to do, I know I'm the hometown kid and y'all still love me. But Donovan's the guy.
yeah,
I'll be the Robin to his Batman.
yeah.
And I feel like they're gonna complement each other very well. So where one falls, the other one will pick up for both sides.
We'll see how it go. And you said you picking Cleveland in 7.
Cleveland and 7.
Go be it's man boy. New York,
Dog fight.
Madison, they about to make so much money this playoff series. Man, I
What?
hate that Dolan still on. Dolan still own that team.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh man, I hate to get all that money, man. It's gonna be so daggone good.
It's gonna be a good.
Dang,
That's probably gonna be the best first round series.
yeah.
Like
I'm
out of
yeah.
all the first rounders, that's gonna be the best one.
You would think on the West it'd be Clippers, Suns too, and I'm actually nervous for the Suns for that, man, too, because they got potential to just be some weirdness. You know what I mean?
But
So
but playoff KD is a
yeah,
crazy
man.
motherfucker, man.
Except for last year, it's about that whistle.
This
What
is
what are
true.
they what
But
are they going to allow? What are they going to allow?
but it's not the same situation that it was last year. Last year you
True.
had all the politics involved. Now you don't. Now you
MJ
could
said Knicks in 6.
ooh.
Mm.
That's I mean, honestly, it's not a hot take though. Honestly, the series could really go either way.
They could. They closely matched, man. I know your man Stephen A. Snitch. He he's so scared that Donovan Mitchell go beat his squad and kick him out of the first round. He don't know what to do, man. He's so nervous.
Mm,
He's so
mm,
nervous,
mm.
man.
I think that might be the marquee series though in the first round.
You
Is
think?
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's the closest that's the most evenly matched teams in the first round.
yeah. The
So
interesting thing though is if Phoenix advance,
they're gonna
man,
get the winner of the 3-6, right?
no,
They're gonna
they
get
go
the
get
winner of the 1-8.
yeah.
Oh, I got them beating Denver.
That's crazy. So it's possible that it's possible you could get a KD versus Curry Western Conference Finals, or
Oh,
or
you talk
or
about storylines. They can make that happen.
yeah, or KD versus LeBron Western Conference Finals.
Well, no,
Man,
we didn't already seen that one.
yeah, but you ain't seen LeBron go out like Tom Brady with this ring. Um, LeBron probably might he could get carried all the way to the finals, man. Who knows? Who
Nah,
knows,
I
man?
I think KD about to get one, and Chris Paul gonna
Mm.
get his first.
And 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 I'm mad that Giannis. I mean, he earned it. He got the number 1 seed, but he gonna have the easier path because after they handle the Bulls or the
The Heat.
um no yeah, the Bulls or the Heat, after they handle the Bulls or the Heat,
They're gonna get the winner
the
of the Knicks Cleveland.
right, that's light work, right? But on the
Yeah,
other end, you're gonna have Philly facing Boston. If both of them advance out of the first round, it's gonna be
it's
Philly Boston.
it's three Titans in the East, and Milwaukee only got to worry about facing one.
Right.
And that Philly Boston series is gonna be a dogfight. So whoever you get is not going to be 100%, and you could just yell at them behind the shed.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and predict our way out and say Milwaukee getting to the finals, and it might be a Milwaukee
Go ahead
Golden
and say
State.
it.
It might be a Milwaukee
man.
Golden State or Milwaukee Phoenix rematch.
There you go. There you go. That's the one I got is Milwaukee Phoenix. 7
crazy.
games.
MJ
Phoenix
said Denver.
champions.
MJ, I don't see a path for Denver to do it, man. I just don't like their brand of basketball, and I don't see how it works. I don't see how letting your center be your point guard and set everybody up is going to work in the playoffs. I don't see how your primary scorer can like disappear in the game and say, I'd rather have the 10 assists than the points. Like this dude literally was down by 19 points the game before the last game of the season. And instead of him going off and getting 30, he only took 5 shots and tried to
6
get
points.
Yeah, he had 5 points and tried to get 10 to 12 assists for whatever reason. And I'm like, dude, they need your points. And I understand you already secured the number 1 seed, but come on, they need your points, man.
That's a sad sack. Sad.
Yeah,
I don't see Denver getting past the second round, honestly.
Yeah, not past Phoenix, man.
No.
But if Phoenix somehow lose to the Clippers, I can see Denver beating the Clippers.
Yeah, but I don't see them beating Golden State in the conference finals.
Yeah. But all right, man. We'll catch y'all on the next episode, man. Thanks y'all for coming through, man. We did good on time, hour and 30 minutes, man. So
That was real
peace,
good.
man. Catch y'all on the next one. All right, Chris.